But getting into some other news,
Getting me the car back.
It's spring break time in the college world. First things
Yeah, when does
first.
spring break end? Like now, right?
Nah, yo, spring break, I swear to God, runs until like May.
It's like April. No, 'cause high school spring break is April.
No, I'm just saying the way people treat it.
Yeah.
People be in Miami
No,
for 2 months.
it's really only March.
Yeah.
It's really like March.
It used to be that the Easter week of Easter.
Yeah, but that's high school.
Yeah.
High school, our spring break was April. College is March.
Why is there even a spring break?
In high school?
Just in general. Well, high school makes sense because of Easter, but even that, I don't know why you need a week off.
I guess they just decided because there's not a lot of holidays in the spring semester. Like fall semester, you get Thanksgiving, which is considered fall break for people. So they're like, all right, we should just throw something in the spring because there really isn't no time to just have a break in the spring semester. Because what do we really have?
No, you don't get breaks, just learn.
No, but there's no Christmas, there's no Thanksgiving. So it's like, just a week off to just relax and breathe. Like everybody deserves a week off. Like in the work world, that's like your PTO. Even if you're in school, you deserve that week off. Like school is hard. So, but yeah. Why are you shaking your head? Don't try to downplay what we did. School's hard. It's not hard if you're going, depending on where you're going for, but what we went to school for was hard. You don't think it was hard?
I actually don't know.
Accounting is very hard. Anybody could tell you that accounting was like the worst major. You took accounting class. Imagine a whole curriculum of that. Accounting was miserable. Advanced accounting still gives me PTSD. Managerial accounting was the worst. That professor failed me hard. I don't know how you don't agree, but economics is so much math and statistics. Horrible. Everybody deserves a break. So now you're against breaks. You're against breaks, but you take PTO in the workplace. When work, I think, is easier than school. I think my job is easier than school. You don't think? You don't think what you do now is easier than all those economic classes?
I never thought the classes were hard. I just didn't go to class.
So you think what you do now is harder than school, though?
No.
So why do you feel like you're entitled to a break, but we're not entitled to breaks as
I think you're putting words in my mouth. I don't never said.
No, you just said, what do you need a break for in college? Just go to class. That's what you literally just said. You can run the tape back.
I did say that.
Yeah.
But
that's messed up. Like what does that mean? School's still hard. People literally kill themselves in college. It's not nothing that people just take lightly. It's people who are in school for STEM and to be doctors and stuff. Like I think everybody is this 5 days off. Well, college spring break a week, yeah, right? It's a week. Don't act like you wasn't looking forward to breaks in school.
I wouldn't remember. I never did anything spring break.
Yeah, but you still looked forward to it, like a nice break from school. And the redundancy.
The thing is, spring break is like what? It's March, like the middle of March, beginning of March.
Yeah.
So like 2 months.
Before finals. Like people in communications and other majors were writing like 25-page papers, right?
Yeah.
Like just because we were doing math calculations doesn't mean people weren't really dying during finals and writing huge like papers.
I was too.
But it wasn't. I didn't write a lot of papers.
It wasn't finals though.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like a break is necessary. Like you gotta admit, it is good to have a time away from school and a chance to catch up on homework, stuff like that. Like we didn't go on spring break trips, yeah, but that was still a good time to catch up on work and projects or anything that you're behind on. I think it's necessary. I feel like to say that just go to class is crazy. We're not that far removed from school. Like I think it's easy now to say since we're 4 years removed, but school was hard. Like you remember the days, stressed and me being downstairs crying and stuff. Like school was hard.
Okay, my experience was different, but the point is,
yeah, we go way off track. But we do have summer, so 3 whole months off. But yeah,
the point is, spring break. Who gives a fuck why there's a spring break? But there's a spring break.
You made it as a conversation. But.
And as usual, people go to Miami for whatever reason. Like there's not other places in America that are hot.
Other places.
And also have beaches.
And islands that are cheaper probably than Miami.
But people are there.
People don't have passports though.
No hate, that too. And people are convicted felons, so they can't leave the country. No
Miami
hate.
is so mid though.
No hate though. Miami's cool.
Miami is cool. It's a vibe, but it became very ghetto. I'm sorry. I hate to say it. It became so taboo and trash to me now. Like you look at videos and everybody just walking up and down the strip. Like, you guys find that fun? Like in college, if I would have went, I still would have been like, this is stupid. Why are we walking up and down the street in the beach? Like, it's just so whack.
That's the thing.
And people don't have money. So it's like you're a broke college student. So you're not necessarily at those bars drinking back-to-back drinks. You guys went to the liquor store, got a bottle, and you shared it. And now you're just walking up and down the street with drinking your juice.
Don't make that noise again. But
It's so whack.
I've never done it, so I'm not going to judge whether it's fun or not because I have no idea. But more so just, and it's not even about the college kids. Like, go out, do your spring break thing. I don't particularly care.
Yeah, have it fun.
But it's everybody else that's not a college student going to spring break.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Yeah,
that's the real problem.
Let's not criticize the college kids. I'm not. But the only reason I'm criticizing is because I've seen some, the people who got money have some lit spring breaks. They go to like the island and they it's not 50 of them to a room and they actually doing excursions and stuff. And they still partying. That's my type. That would have been my group of people that I would have rather partied with.
For me, I'm very hard set in the way that like I operate. Like I feel like you can't go to a college party once you've graduated. First of all, you shouldn't be going to any college party if you didn't go to college.
Exactly.
Even if you're a multimillionaire.
Like when we used to be on frat row and there'll be people that were coming to those frat parties that weren't in college. It's like, there should have been a rule, right? It should have been you had to show a college ID. But they were just taking licenses, if you remember. They just wanted age.
There were some places that we went to.
That
it wasn't
just
that,
college
but it was
IDs.
college IDs that you had to show for sure.
Good.
I remember that.
Yeah. The frat row, I don't think so. I think frat row was you just had to be 18.
I believe in the statute of limitations. If you didn't go to college, you can't go to a college party. Yeah. I don't care what your age range is. I don't
environment
care.
Is for college students.
Yeah, I don't care what the age range is. I don't care if you didn't go to school and you are a multi-gazillionaire. I don't even care at all. I just think that it's set for people that are in college. It's called a college party for a reason. College people should be the only people there.
Because there's a bond. You're with people you might be having little talks about classes and you turn it up because it's finals is over or midterms is over. Like, why are you there? And you going home and taking a bus from home to, like, not even in college. It's just, I don't get it.
If you went to college, didn't graduate college, but then you still go to college parties, you probably should just get your priorities straight.
Yeah. You should go finish school.
If you graduated, you can't now go back to college parties, in my opinion.
How do you feel about people who graduate and they're like 25 and it's just finishing the undergrad degree? It's a little weird.
I think that...
Because it shouldn't have took you that long in the first place.
Well, I think it depends. I think that people will go through different things in their life, and college is definitely optional. First of all, it's not even a mandatory thing, even as the way that we try to make it seem like it is.
It's not, but it does help.
Yeah, it definitely does help.
Gives you options, at least.
Some people take a year break. Some people have to take care of their family, work a job to pay for the school, like can't get loans and stuff like that.
And that's why I'm not really talking about them. I'm talking about the people who like consistently didn't take a break, didn't have no reason, but they just couldn't finish. They were just failing, changed the major a million times.
Yeah. The age in which you graduate, I don't particularly care about. I would just say it would,
It's still a little weird though. Like if you're 25 and you just graduated, right? But like you're 25, still undergrad technically.
Right.
You kind of really shouldn't be at parties where 18-year-olds, 17-year-olds are. We were 17 when our first college parties, we were 17. Me and you. So even though you're undergrad, it's still, you're 25. Get out. Get out. That's weird.
Okay.
Right? Don't you agree? There's still to be an age limit even in undergrad. Because even if you even if you had to start school late, right? Like you had to take years off, and you started school at like 20, right? Okay, 20 is still fine. 21 is still fine. 22 is still fine. Once you're like at 23 though, 24, don't you feel like, okay, I didn't go to school the usual time, so it's kind of not my privilege to be at a college party anymore when I'm kind of grown now. Like I'm 23, I'm 24. There's people coming here who are 17, 18, and I'm in my mid 20s. Maybe I shouldn't go to a college party anymore.
Makes sense.
Because like, sorry, like it sucks that you couldn't start school. The rest of us could, but that's not. Sorry, you're grown. Get out of here. It's weird.
Yeah. So there's definitely a statute of limitations on who could go to parties.
What do you think the age limit should be for college parties?
23.
Yeah, right, 23.
Yeah. If you're above that and you're going to college parties, kind of like
Like, where are your parties? When I was 21, I had a 401k already. Where's your parties?
it's not even that. Like you could have, like I said, that's why I brought up the money thing. You could have $1 million gazillion dollars. It's just
Yeah.
like go do something else.
No, the only reason I brought that up is because that was the tweet I seen about this situation. Like, there was a specific tweet where it was like, if you have 401ks, you shouldn't be like. It was something like niggas with 401ks are chasing college students. And I was like, I had a 401k when I was 21.
Yeah.
Most people don't even graduate college at 21. They're 22 because we graduated early. Like, not early, but we were younger, than most. Most people were 22 when they graduated. We were 21 because we had late birthdays.
I get 401k sound grown because people don't know what it is.
Yeah, but like why is that? That's why this a whole nother conversation. That's why people gonna die broke. Like, why is that the association? Like, that people think they got time. Oh, 401ks grown. No, you should be starting a 401k the second you get your first full-time job when you graduate. That's why you guys are broke in retirement. That's why your mom's broke in retirement and your grandma's broke in retirement. Don't follow their lead. But yeah.
This is definitely not the way I thought this topic was gonna go.
No. We can get into it. We can get into it.
No,
I just
it's
always got to criticize because it's tough love for people I don't love.
It's all right.
But I think 23. Yeah, 23 is the age limit. So do you feel like 23 is the age limit also to go to Miami specific? Because that's the thing. People will be like, oh, so I can't go to Miami now. No, you were specifically going to Miami for spring break. Like, even like I saw YouTubers be like, spring break in Miami. I'm like, spring break in Miami? What, spring break from what? You're a YouTuber. This is for college students. Like, they want to be involved so bad. You brag about how you didn't go to college, but now you are there to be a part of that young energy environment. Like, that's not even your thing. And you know what's funny? A lot of them know you could tell they feel left out. When they get down there and they feel like they're cool because they're in that energy. But then you see the people strolling. It's like, that's not you. You see the people with their stuff with the school that they went to. That's not you. Go home. Go back to your YouTube world that you was flexing about. Let the college kids have it. Like, why does everybody want to be involved in something that's not for them? Just let spring break be for college students. It's their break. Let it be them. Like, you're 30, don't go. You're a YouTuber, don't go. You didn't go to school, don't go.
If you're over
go to Miami, anywhere
23,
else. If you're over 23, don't go. You can go to Miami any other time of the year. It's open all year round. It's hot all year round. You don't gotta go March.
Go in April.
And March is actually the rainy season in Miami.
Go April and May. Yeah, Miami itself is fine. It's just you're going there during that time. Like the rappers
or go to Brickell, like where we was at.
Like the rappers that were down there that are like 30.
Yeah, you're weird. Like, you're going to go snoop on 20-year-old girls.
18-year-old girls.
18-year-old girls.
17-year-old girls.
This is weird.
Yeah. The spring break thing is nuts.
It's so creepy.
But only, again, this not because of what college kids do, but be safe. I think there was a story where a bunch of a bunch of kids died doing bad coke in Miami this spring break.
This year?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
So, be safe, guys. Don't do drugs, of course.
Maya's going soon.
Don't do drugs, of course. Alcohol is still a drug. Try to limit things. Be safe. But specifically, and be safe around these guys that be out there, the predators that be out, because it's not just. And
like I said, we haven't been in an environment, but I know we've been to college parties. It's the men that's looking around like this.
Yeah, waiting
in groups, like 5, like ew, just staring. This is it's so weird. I'm glad I'm not in that state of my life anymore.
Yeah. But everybody be safe. Miami is wild.
Yeah.
Old men, old people, don't go to Miami, bro. It's bad. Like, you can't.
And my thing is like,
go get something else.
Yeah, like why are you specifically preying on young girls? Because it's young girls.
Here's the thing too, because I think it was brought up that you said that off mic that the men's response was that they don't go for women their own age because they have all this baggage, whatever.
Yeah, and they have kids
But you're going to Miami to date these college girls, or you want something physical?
Yeah.
If you just want something physical, you could get that literally anywhere.
Yeah, whether someone has a kid or not, whether they got baggage or not. So that's just an excuse.
So why are you going specifically to a place where you feel like there's going to be young girls under the influence
that you could take advantage of?
Yeah, that part
so
is
weird.
That part
so
is
many
crazy.
Men are just creeps.
Because they haven't. You know what the thing is?
They have no game. So they have to rely on underage girls who just want a good time, who are drunk.
I was gonna make that statement, but it's not that they have no game. It's well, they don't. But in addition to that, the reason why they have no game is because they also have nothing going for them.
Yeah.
So,
Because that's the thing in the first place. How do you even have the time as a grown person? You don't got a
bro,
job.
hey yo,
Imagine us
PTO.
taking PTO to go to spring break in Miami at our big age. It's audit season. I got a PWC on my neck. Like, you could tell these people don't got a life, because what are you doing? How are you even there? How are you even there? You know you didn't, like, you know you have a schedule that's, he worked Tuesday, Friday. He took off. He got time off to go, or you don't got a job.
You know how sick I would have to be
That's the real perspective.
to
Like you
email
said,
my manager.
there's really nothing going for you then, because you took time off from your Waffle House job, or you took PTO. I mean, you probably did take time off from Waffle House, but I know you didn't put no PTO in the system.
And shout out to Waffle House, but
Yeah, Waffle House bussin'.
imagine me emailing my manager saying that I'm going to Miami.
You had to give a reason, right?
You don't have to give a reason. You can just take your PTO, but like I would feel nasty.
I would feel
emailing
nasty even
like,
putting that in my
bro,
system, knowing that I could use that PTO to go to Dubai. I could use that PTO to go to Bali. Like, I'm not using that PTO to go hang out in Miami for spring break.
with a bunch of underage girls.
Like, what?
They're not underage, but for me,
It's called barely legal. That's like the thing.
Yeah.
People. That's why that like it's actually sad. I saw somebody talking about that, saying how like because
That
she was in the
category.
porn world, she said that's literally like the most popular category, and that's very sick. Because it's like, she was 17 like yesterday. That's so creepy. Ugh, men, weirdos. Sorry, a lot of you guys are.
yeah, men are.
And
Men are
like, we
sick.
can't even use the whole testosterone excuse, because that's something
me-
that has to stop you from preying on a young girl.
Me even if I was out in these streets, for me, what I would consider. So age ranges to me do matter. Because I know there's the thing. Well, she's like a 26-year-old could get with a 40-year-old. That's still weird. Like, obviously she's well over the 18 range, which is we created that range, that date or that age for some reason as being the line. I don't
Yeah.
know, the benchmark, whatever the fuck.
Like, that makes a difference.
That's still weird to me. So for me personally, if I was still out in these streets, I'm 25? I don't know. I don't keep track of how old I am. I'm 25.
Old.
18 to me is crazy.
Yeah, because let's think about us at 18. Like, even looking at our pictures and videos at 18, like, I think that's the
Young
best.
shit.
That's the best thing. If you like, maybe it's just because these older people don't have videos of themselves at that age. If you look at any picture and video of you at 18, even hearing how your voice was, it's like, I was young. Like that video when we did in your dorm, like we were just little like kids basically, like thinking we was grown. We thought we was grown back then.
Yeah.
18 is so long ago when you really think about it. Like 25 and 18 is not far. It's not far, but that was almost 8 years ago. Like, that's crazy.
Sick. So I know for me, like that's crossing a line.
Yeah.
So yeah, men should stop doing that. I get why they're doing it, and that's not me saying I agree with it, because this whole segment has been me not agreeing with it. But like I don't know. I got nothing because it's like, bro, the crazy shit, if you really think about what it is, right? Like, I'll use myself as an example, and I don't want to use myself as an example, but it makes it easier to highlight how psycho this shit is. I'm at work, no matter where I work. I've worked retail jobs. I've worked at McDonald's.
Yeah.
I'm telling my manager, especially if you work an hourly job, that's
Yeah.
even sicker because you're
And
losing all the money.
you have to usually tell them, like, you have to usually give a reason for those jobs. Like, when I used to take off that shop, right, I think we used to have to write in the book why we're taking off.
Yeah.
Ew, you know, like my job, I had to actually had a physical book. Did you know that?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, we had to go to the back room, and there was like a book, and it said time off, and we had to write in the book what day I went off, and then that sheet got submitted every day, and then you would find out if you got it approved. Ugh, the old days when I was a little cheap, not cheap, but I was a young, little broke. That's the word, broke.
So it's sicker if you have an hourly job because you're not getting paid for that, right? At least if you work
You gotta
in a
find someone to
job
cover
with-
your shift.
Yeah.
That's sick.
At least if you got a job with PTO,
Yeah,
you're still getting paid.
yeah, you're getting paid. At least you down there knowing your checks is still the same.
let's assume
I love being an adult for that reason.
let's assume the people down there working hourly. So you lost out at a few $100s maybe.
Yeah, 'cause you got. I feel like if you down there, you gotta be, because I can't imagine anybody I work with in corporate taking time off to go to spring break in Miami. Can usually, we do talk like, like doing anything special with your time off, and I'm like, oh no, I'm just need a break. I'm like, oh no, I'm going to to St. Martin, like
Yeah,
like
Spain. One of my
yeah,
coworkers
people be
went
going.
to Spain.
Yeah, you don't hear nobody saying, "Oh, I'm going to Miami." And if anybody say you're in Miami, you instantly be like, "Miami right now, March." Like everybody who's been to college knows March, Miami. Like you could, it's spring break time. I would have been like weirded out. So that's why that's the thing. People who are down there, they're not corporate. I can guarantee like I mean, there probably are some creeps down there, but I can guarantee you, majority are not people doing what we're doing, or at our point in life. They're not. You can't be.
Yeah.
You're not wasting your PTO to go creep on little girls. You're not.
Yeah.
And for a lot of companies right now is a busy time. Like whether it's me but audit, a lot of companies is quarter close. Like the quarter closes this week, the 31st. Some companies that's the one that's busier for them when the quarter closes. For me, it's busy after the fact because I got to report on it. But
anyway, so
not everybody even works in business too. I gotta forget that people are
Yeah.
doctors and nurses and stuff, but
do other
and
important
teachers and
things.
stuff. Yeah. Even as a teacher, you're not taking time off and getting a substitute to go to Miami. Like these people
Yeah.
don't got jobs. They don't, or they don't work anywhere relevant or important,
Or they have a lot of money.
or they have a lot of money.
It could be a quite drastic
Scammers,
range.
people be doing those bank schemes.
See, I'm
They're
not putting that
scammers.
on
No,
them.
they're scammers.
There could be scammers, but I'm not gonna put that on them.
There are definitely a lot of scammers.
Okay.
Scamming people
But-
for money. That's so low life. Ugh, I hate that.
You doing all that. You had to get transportation to the airport. You got on a plane, flew. Who knows how many hours,
You know they
'cause-
wasn't paying airport parking, so they took the train from their house.
You had to get some sort of transportation, and depending on where you are in the country, it could have took you hours to get there.
Exactly, because that's the thing. We always forget that it's not people just come from the East Coast. People come from all over the country to go to Miami. It's not just East Coast. I mean, even though regionally though, like I heard like people in Texas, they go to a place called like San Pedro Island.
Mm-hmm.
People have their regional spots, but Miami is the spot that everybody knows of.
Yeah, no matter where you are,
No
people
matter
from
where.
Cali, you're going to flying
Yeah.
to Miami.
I'm gonna tell you, those YouTubers, a lot of them live in LA. We're flying 7 hours, 6 hours to go to Miami. Like,
And then you got on a plane, flew for a few hours, landed, got transportation to your hotel. You're paying hotel fees to prey on little girls. And they're little, not in the sense that they're underage
This-
necessarily.
some of them
but
literally look little though. Like when I was 18, like we were saying, that's still high school basically. Like we turned 18 in college, but we got to keep in mind most people turned 18 in high school already.
Mm-hmm.
So we literally were at the same level as some people were in high school.
Mm-hmm.
I was skinnier, I was smaller, I looked young. Like now, I'm maturing. I look more of an adult in the face, but in the body and in my face, I look young. So why are you almost close to 30 and you think that's attractive?
or over 30,
Yeah.
or over
It
40,
shouldn't even be attractive to you.
or over 50, or over 60.
So weird.
Yeah.
It's so creepy.
All of that, and if you look at it, that's some psycho shit.
It is.
That's nasty behavior.
Because even you just explain that. Like, it's not like you snap your fingers and you're in Miami. You have, it's a process. Like, we know how traveling is. Traveling is a whole process. You got to pack. You got to book the flight. You got to get to the airport, like you said. Get on the plane. Sit in a plane, a cramped plane for at least
Risking your life.
at minimum. Yeah, literally risking your life. At a minimum, you're sitting in that plane for like 3 hours because that's probably the shortest flight. Well, people might be flying from Atlanta, so at least minimum like an hour or two. You're sitting in the plane from wherever you're flying in from. Maximum, if you're coming from Cali, is 6. Northern California, it could be 7.
It's crazy.
Like then you got to go in the little train to take you out the airport. Get an Uber. Get to your hotel.
And you're doing all that for like.
In Miami airport, remember
women
Miami
are-
airport into Miami is like kind of far.
It is kind of far.
But we went to Brooklyn and that still was a little journey. And Brooklyn was closer to the airport. Miami Beach is a little farther out.
And you doing all that just because the girls are young and don't know any better. It's kind of wild.
And it's sad too because they know that the girls are like drunk first of all, and that's the thing. Like you go to Miami, it's like, oh, me and my girls, we're gonna be lit. We gonna go home with these men, or niggas. That's what they like to say. you know, that's the whole point. Like they want to be sloppy, they want to catch bodies, like they just want to be fun. 'Cause that's fun for people. You know, that's fun. It's not fun for me, but that's fun to people to catch bodies and drink and be sloppy.
One day we'll talk about it. I think we beat this topic to death. But
Yeah.
one day we'll talk about the different ways that men try to get that shit off, like the buying the drinks thing. And I'm not gonna get into it, but
And girls fall for it. Like I don't understand. Like there's so much free game out there. These girls are our age and older are literally warning you girls what to look out for, and they fall for it every time.
it's crazy.
It's the same speech, the same questions, the same. Because I've seen it so many times. I haven't seen that many times, but you know, we were in college. And that's probably when you stood out because you didn't do any of that corniness. You know? You were very chill with it. You let me do most of the talking.
Yeah, because you talk too much.
I do.
But yeah.